Hi folks, Trev here. I'm going to teach you how to play the guitar. I'm going to go through a few more notes. So the last notes I went through were D, A and G, and the notes I'm going to go through right now are C, E and F. So all the notes, or all the initial chords anyway, are in the first few frets: fret 1, fret 2, fret 3. So the C chord is as follows. You put this finger on the bottom string, 3rd fret, little finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, this finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. So you get that sort of sound. And then your 1st finger on the 2nd string on the 1st fret. And again, I know I keep saying this, but get your elbow up so that you can allow all the other strings to play loosely, because if you have your elbow hanging down here, you're not going to get to everything. So if you get your elbow up and you press the strings firmly, you'll get that C sound. So then the next chord is F, and it's almost the same, only you pull these 3 fingers down 1. So it's this finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, little finger, 4th string, 3rd fret, this finger on the G string, 2nd fret, and then this finger on the, again, you keep that where it was, on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Now, technically, and again, try to keep everything as loose as possible. For the F chord, you need to, again, get your elbow up and you need to use your thumb to mute the last string. Now, technically, that chord is F major 7th. So for when you're beginning the F, you need to know, you need to use this finger or the palm of your hand to mute the 1st string, because this is E, it's not in it. So you need to either mute it, or for good practice, and I think you need to know this as you're going along and you're learning the guitar, you need to try and use your 1st finger to not only play C, but to play on the 1st string, 1st fret, that note there as well, which is F. So you're playing those 2, and then that is F. And again, you can hear that's wrong, because you can hear that E note being played, and E isn't in F, so that needs to be muted. Now, what you can also do is, and again, I think you should learn this going forward, is what's known as a bar chord. And I think it's the best way to play F or a lot of chords, and you'll need it. So the bar chord, you need to get your 1st finger and cover the 6 strings. Now note how I'm pressing my thumb against the back of the fretboard. Now a lot of people don't know how to play this, or they play it wrong, and they try to play it with this part on the fretboard. That bends, so you won't get that right. But if you use the inside of your finger here, that doesn't bend. So if you can get that firm, it'll never move. So, and it's actually quite impossible to get it to press it like that. But if you have your arm up straight and you press in with the side, not the inside, the side of your finger, that's how you do that. And then for F, as I said before, go back a few seconds or a minute or two, and you'll see how I played F which was this way. So having 1, 2, 3. You use your bar chord and then you put your 3 notes down. And that's the best way to play F, because you can then move it up around and play a lot of notes or chords up the neck. So for example, this is C, but then you move it up here. There we go. That's your bar chord of C. This is G. That's your bar chord of G. So there's a few different ways to do it. And then the other chord I wanted to show you is E, major. All of these chords are majors. I can show in future videos minors, diminished, augmented, fifths, and so on. But the main thing you need to know when you're starting out is the major chords. So I've already gone through D, A, G, C, and F. So this is E. You pretty much take F, which is kind of a difficult chord for people beginning. Remove the bar and move the 3 down. That's E. Now, a good way, as I think I explained before, but I'll say it again, is try to play these chords with different fingers or different ways. So just to explain it for E, it's the 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd fret, and the G string, 3rd string, 1st fret. So try and play it different ways, like using those 3 fingers. And then when you start to know what you're doing, you can mess around and go to F. F with a bar chord. And so that's a few chords you have now. D, A, G, C, F, and E. If you have any questions, let me know. And as before, if you didn't like the video, don't subscribe.